Look at that nerd. Oh my gosh, man. That was, oh. So this is old Private Glover, badge holder 470, the morning that I was awarded the Tomb Identification Badge. I was 18 years old in this picture. So I joined the Army at 17. I had a Ranger Option 40 contract. And during that time period, they had what's called 11 X-ray. An 11 X-ray meant they could choose your specific infantry MOS. During that time period, there was 4 different 11 series infantry MOSs. You had light infantrymen, you had mortarmen, you had 11 Mike, which was mechanized, and you had 11 Hotel, which was anti-armor, like the infantrymen that get to ride in Humvees. Well, when I went to basic training with a Ranger contract, an Option 40, I was going to Ranger Battalion. Except when they selected us by platoon and where we were going to be segmented in our 11 series MOS, we had no say in that. They just said, hey, all you guys are 11 Hotels, which I was. So I was the infantryman that got to ride in Humvees, shoot 50 cals, and do all that stuff. Well, at the end of basic training, when the RI, the Ranger instructor, came to pick up the 11 Bravos that were going to a Ranger regiment, they said, all right, let's go. They called the names, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like, I'm supposed to be going too. I'm like, you're 11 Hotel, man. You're not going to Ranger regiment. Like, I have a Ranger Option 40 contract. I was telling my first sergeant, holding my contract, it says Option 40 right here, and they're like, no, that's not how it works. You know why? Because there's no 11 Hotels in Ranger regiment. You should have let us know. Like, well, I didn't know E1, you don't even have rank as an E1. I didn't know Private Glover was supposed to open his mouth and tell the Army how screwed up they were and how they needed to square me away. So, long story short, they're like, what do you want to do? I was 6'1", in basic training. They said, you're tall, you're an Asian dude, token Asian dude. Let's send you to the old guard, the 3rd Infantry Regiment. And I said, what's the 3rd Infantry Regiment? So my uncle was in the 3rd Infantry Regiment in his in-between time, his lull time, while serving in the 82nd Airborne Division. So I called him. He told me about it. I said, okay, whatever. I'll put a 4187 in to go to a Ranger Regiment after I get to the old guard, which is an urban myth. It lies. So I felt like I got screwed over, but I had to do the best that I could. Be all you could be was the motto. I had to do that. So I get to the old guard, and I hated it. I went to the scout platoon, started doing Op 4 against Ranger Battalion for a couple iterations at JRTC, the National Training Center, and I was like, man, I have to do something else. I said, what's the hardest thing to do here? And they said, to be a tomb guard at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, the world's most sacred shrine. This isn't a conversation for that. I'll do another segment on that because a lot of you guys have expressed interest. 9 months it took me to get my Tomb Identification Badge. It took me 9 months of hell to earn the guard privilege at the Tomb of the Unknowns. So right there, when I hit the ground at the 3rd Infantry Regiment, I earned as an E1 my Expert Infantry Badge, which is that rifle and blue badge. I was very proud of that. I was an expert at shooting my rifle. That cord on the right side as you're looking at it, left side I'm wearing, that's called the buff strap. That's a 3rd Infantry buff strap that's historically referenced for the unit, the old guard. And then my infantry cord for being a member of the infantry is on my right shoulder. I'm sitting in front of my badge holder badge, about to get pinned, badge number 470 out of the 600 or so now that have been awarded the badge since 1948. Very proud moment and a very esteemed duty of mine. One of the hardest things I've ever done in the military. After this, I would go on to go to Ranger School, Airborne School, become a sergeant, a 20-year-old sergeant in the infantry that had all the qualifications, and then go to Special Forces selection as a 22-year-old, brand new E5, and then kick off the Global War on Terror as a Green Beret. But this is the origin story of that. Why do I look like I'm sleeping? Well, I'm half Asian, duh. But the other part of that is I just worked a 25-hour shift. So I don't know who came up with that schedule, but yeah, I just finished my shift, and at the end of that, I finished my test and all my evaluations, and they're about to pin on my badge, and my life was about to change. So, guys, hope you enjoyed the story behind the photos. I don't know, pick a name for that. war photos, reacts, story behind the photos, whatever's cool for you, whatever works in the SEO. I wanted to do these because I have plenty of photos of my career in the military, but it's cool reflecting on that whole experience. And I want to share that with you because some of you guys are geeks when it comes to military history like I am, and I want to share that with you along this journey. So this is my playlist. This is the rally journey, the combat reacts, and this is I don't know, choose your own adventure, the story of the war behind the thingamajiggy photo. Subscribe, hit the notification tab. Till next time, peace out, guys. Later.